All right, hello there. We are here to talk about the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer number 2, or the official trailer. I don't really know the difference between the two of them. I'm joined by Alexlettsyo from TikTok and YouTube. Did a very cool video about The Last Jedi and Luke last week ago, 2 weeks ago.
It's funny, I also made one earlier today. I was just talking to someone about some Luke Skywalker. Love that guy.
Excellent.
But yeah, glad to be here. Glad to talk some more Mandalorian and Grogu. We were here there was a trailer before, but they have been calling this one like the first official trailer.
Yes.
I don't know why that was unofficial.
I don't know. So to refresh our memories, we are going to watch the trailer again and then just sort of go through it, talk about the trailer, what we think, and yeah.
Hey, never touch the buttons.
I still don't know about another Razor Crest.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
You will suffer. And then it will be his turn.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for?
That's the most unsafe stroller ever.
Jedi don't.
Let's save the rest for after dinner.
Look fun.
It looks fun. So, what's your initial thoughts on that trailer?
So the main thing I have stuck to through the Mandalorian and Grogu's like ad cycle is I just want this to be more than an adventure. I don't want it to be just a long episode of the TV show. It can be an episode, but it needs to be like a finale. It needs the emotional weight.
Yeah, I saw your TikTok you did the other day saying okay with it being an episode of a TV show as long as it's like a finale, basically.
Exactly.
And yeah, I agree with that.
The season 2 finale could absolutely have held a movie because it's got such a strong emotional core in, Din taking off his helmet. Like, those moments are fantastic. This, so far, I still haven't seen anything that convinces me it's more than just, like, there's some baddies we gotta take out, let's go beat them up. The focus on Grogu on, like, it, I don't know if it's literally Dagobah, but it may be. Because that does look like, is that Yoda's cane?
I don't know. I saw Element 7 made a video about that. Is that Yoda's cane? I don't think it is, because it doesn't quite look like Dagobah to me.
That's the thing. It looks like swamp, but a nicer swamp.
It looks too bright and sunny. I'll bring up the picture.
Yeah, Dagobah was always pretty murky.
That's the thing, yeah. And this looked very
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, like I personally think it's
Hey there.
Nal Hutta. I think it's Nal Hutta. Maybe. Just because we see the albino dragon snake as well. They're on Nal Hutta and Dagobah, but we know that we're going to Nal Hutta. So I feel like there'd just be too much traveling around if we're going to be going to Nal Hutta. We're going to be going to potentially Nar Shaddaa or Coruscant, whatever that planet is. How's Grogu going to get to Dagobah as well if he's also separated from Din at this time? I don't know. I feel like it'll be a little bit less than that. So I'm betting Nal Hutta, but I'm not betting the farm on it.
I think that's a smarter bet, because it also begs the question, like, I know we do a lot of, like, nostalgia baiting in new Star Wars stuff, but, like, why on earth would anyone want to go to Dagobah again? Exactly. That's the only reason anyone could go there is because Yoda was there. He went there because there was nothing.
Very much so. Very much so. We were about on the same wavelength, I think, last time we talked about this with the teaser trailer. We were both, like, not excited for it, but weren't exactly blown away by it. Wasn't, like, fist pump in the air or anything like that. And I think we both were basically like, this needs to prove to us that it's why it's a movie and not just season 4. I still have those same concerns, but I'm not gonna lie, I love this trailer. Like, it really, really got me, this trailer. I've rewatched it, I think, every day since it came out. It scratched something in my brain. I don't know.
Nice. I've heard a lot of people who really, like, this kind of incited something, and I'm glad to hear it, you know. I think that's a big part of my trepidation, is that, like, you know, I want to like it, but I also want it to be well received in general, you know. I want it to be a win for Star Wars, because they need it right now.
For sure, yeah. So let's go through this trailer from the start, I guess. We get this great shot of the just checking you can still see the images. I haven't broken it. Yep, perfect.
We got the apocalypse now.
The apocalypse now. The did you see the post where it was like, oh, we've lived long enough that they're nostalgia baiting The Force Awakens, because there's the shot of the TIE fighters coming in over the sunset.
Yes, yep.
I thought that was pretty funny. It's just a cool shot. I'll admit, like, it's a really cool shot.
And then I think this one too is also really nice looking. I hope that there's as much attention throughout the movie on, like, some good images like this, because I do think a lot of what's in the trailer feels pretty standard, like, boilerplate TV show shooting. Yeah. And so I hope that maybe they're just saving the good stuff for the finished film.
That's the thing, because I think we talked about this last time, maybe. When we were like, oh, it looks pretty standard the way it's shot and filmed and everything like that. I have seen 2 leaked action sequences.
Oh.
I haven't seen them recently. They leaked quite a while ago. One of them came out of, like, one of the D23s, I think. And the other one was from Star Wars Celebration last year. And they were filmed so cool. Like, I loved the way they were shot.
What were the action? I think I remember, wasn't one of them the, like, snowtroopers?
Yeah, one was in one of the AT-ATs.
Okay.
And then I saw another one, which I think is going to be the end of that sequence where Grogu picks up the mouse droid with the Force. I've seen a sequence in what looks like those tunnels, maybe. Of people fighting in these tunnels. And I think, potentially, the point of view from the camera is of the mouse droid zooming through these tunnels whilst people are fighting in the tunnels. Maybe. I could be wrong. I saw this maybe over a year ago, and it was off, like, a mobile phone that someone had recorded off another computer screen, so I was, like, watching it like this, trying to figure out what was going on. But just from, like, how the camera was moving, it looked awesome. Like, it looked really cool. So I'm hoping that they're holding back on really showing these wow moments in the trailers. Anyway, I think.
I hope so. But then let's see. I think the next thing of note is, you mentioned he does have a new Razor Crest.
He does have a new Razor Crest.
Not super fond of it.
Yeah,
Like, I guess it makes sense, you know, he's familiar with the model. I think they could have at least done, like, a newer model of Razor Crest. Like, maybe this is a newer model, but it looks identical.
Maybe completely different paint job. Like, you've got the yellow lines on it, which I don't know what they're for. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I was talking about this, I think it was in my reaction video. I was like, I'd like a nice narrative reason for this for this Razor Crest to be there. But I honestly think it's just going to be as simple as he's back to bounty hunting the Imperial warlords and stuff like that. He can't bring them back in the N1 Starfighter. I'm hoping that means that his N1 is just parked in one of these little hangars here somewhere, and that he'll bring it back out at some point, because I feel like that N1 is just too good of a ship to just ditch.
There's no way they just got rid of it. I'm certain that, yeah, he still got it around. And actually, ooh, I have a little figure here. It also has a little bit of yellow on it. So I guess maybe that's it. Maybe he picked it up from the remnants of the M1. Because let me nab my, what is this? The Micro Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
And I never really noticed, but it does have just some little tiny streaks of yellow. So
oh, it does too, yeah. Yeah.
So maybe he's just trying to match. He's upping his branding a bit.
I saw someone say they might be, like, markings for like for Nal Hutta to like get past their shipping lanes or something like that, or something like that. I have no idea, but I was like, yeah, that could be something.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, we'll see.
I just wish, you know, do a newer model, make it slightly different. You know, the engines are further back or wider.
Yeah.
I really like in it's another sci-fi series, and maybe that's why I think of it, but Guardians of the Galaxy, I love the original ship that they had, but in the second one, spoiler alert, I suppose, for a 10-year-old movie, but it gets destroyed. And so then for the third, like, they do have, it's a new ship, and it's similar because they have similar needs, but it is distinct. There are a lot of clear differences.
Just different enough, yeah.
Exactly. Unless I'm mistaken, this is just an identical model. Which, like, someone commented, like, very cynically, you know, oh, Disney just wants to sell toys. But, like, frankly, if they'd introduced a new ship, they would have more toys to sell. Yeah, this is the worst idea for selling toys.
Well, that's the thing, because there's they have a Lego set for this, the new Razor Crest, and I was just like, oh, I don't need another one. I got one sitting right up there. Like, I'm good. I don't need to buy that. Like,
exactly. I feel like most people are gonna say, you know, I already have one. I don't need the paint job. If it were slightly different, you'd have a little bit of like, oh gosh, but is it the new model? Do I get it?
Exactly. Yeah. So next we see him on a cityscape planet.
Humanopolis. Could be Coruscant, could be
what did I say? Nashadar, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I was going back and forth between which one is the city. Is it Nashadar or Nal Hutta?
I think it's Nashadar, because I think it was called Little Coruscant back in the EU.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Nashadar. I think
the same thing you said about the swamp, I think, holds true here. We know he's gonna be dealing with Hutts. It makes more sense for him to come here for, you know, business meetings as opposed to take a one-off trip to Coruscant and then get back to everything else.
Exactly, and especially if this is where he's looking. I don't know, maybe I don't know. Especially if he's looking for a hut, he's not going to go to Coruscant to look for the Hutts.
Yeah. Like, has Mando ever even been to Coruscant? Trying to think.
I don't think so. There was the episode in season 3 that was set on Coruscant, but obviously Mando wasn't in that one. But yeah, I don't think he's ever been, or at least not that we've seen.
Yeah, doesn't have a lot of reason though.
Yeah. So then we go up to this little food truck, which is called Hugo's from the Aurebesh. So we can say that this little guy is called Hugo, who is voiced by Martin Scorsese.
No notes. It's incredible. Academy Award-winning director Martin Scorsese is playing this little gremlin, this Ardinian street chef.
Absolute cinema, isn't that the meme? Like,
it is. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah, so nice little nod there at it being named Hugo's. I think Scorsese did that movie Hugo back in like the late 2000s. He had a movie called Hugo, so I'm assuming it's a reference to that. absolute insanity. Like when I heard this voice, I was like, that cannot be Scorsese. That is not right. And then I checked the press release, and it was like they put it right in the press release. Yeah, that was Martin Scorsese. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like everyone's gonna ask. I had a moment of I was like, it sounds familiar. Who is that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then when it clicked, it's like, no. Oh, beautiful. And he's a good actor. Like he's done little bit parts. He is solid.
He's great. I love him. I think it's great. It is funny that he's appearing in this after his whole theme park
Superhero
ride,
movies
Marvel hero,
yeah.
whatever thing, which I always thought he copped a bit too much flack for that. Like, I sort of understood what he was getting at.
Oh, yeah.
I think people just sort of took the ball and ran with it in another way, but like he wasn't exactly wrong either. That's the thing.
No. And quite frankly, like this is maybe among the key examples of what he was talking about, where it's a Disney Plus series adapted into a movie for streaming. But I like it as a sign that maybe he's lightened up a little bit. Yeah.
Maybe. I saw someone say his kids probably begged him to do it, or his grandkids probably begged him to do it, and I'm like, that
also probably
that tracks. Yeah. So Mando comes up here and he's asking for information on a hut, and he instantly closes up shop. He doesn't want any part of it. So that's, fair enough. But that's what makes me think that maybe is this not Nar Shaddaa, because the huts are definitely going to be on Nar Shaddaa, right? Like,
true. I feel like they probably cut something out of there. Like, I feel like their conversation probably lasts a little bit longer.
Yeah,
and Mando asks some question that this guy doesn't want to answer.
Yeah, he's probably not responding to that question, I imagine.
I did see someone did some speculation on what the plot for the movie is going to be, and it makes me wonder how this may line up. Would you want to, are you interested in speculating on what
absolutely.
the actual events are? So someone was saying that in Jabba's power vacuum, because those are the same twins from Book of Boba Fett, right? Mm-hmm. So someone was suggesting that in the power vacuum left by Jabba, those twins are kind of taking the forefront of the Hutt Empire, and they are setting up an alliance with the Imperial Remnant and that council that we saw in the trailer.
Yep.
So they said that the New Republic may be hiring Mando to find Rada the Hutt, Jabba's rightful heir, who could hypothetically take a more pro-New Republic stance as the Hutt leader, and that they want to instill him as the reigning Hutt. So Mando could be here looking for Rada, and maybe that's just not a topic that this guy wants to broach.
Maybe,
which I find interesting.
That could be definitely. Because I did wonder how the Hutts are going to fit into this, because the most base idea of this movie is that Mando and Grogu are out there hunting down Imperial warlords. That's the base thing. I think that the sequence on the snow planet with the AT-AT and everything, I think that's the opening of the movie. I think that's going to be the first 10-15 minutes. That's our opening action scene.
Could be.
And then, I'm wondering how the Hutts are going to come into it. But then again, there are some other things that could give us hints as we move on in this trailer. So, obviously, this would be Nal Hutta.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the symbol on the door. We've got some funky-looking, robot armored dudes on the sides.
Yeah, never really noticed them on earlier watches.
Yeah,
those battle droids? Those are massive. Have we seen anything like that before?
I can't really place them. I think, and I'm not sure, but I think there might be a B2 battle droid behind the twins when we see them on the left there.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a B2 battle droid.
It looks like it. And the one on the right looks like some sort of HK model, maybe?
The HK, yeah, that's what I thought as well. I tried to translate the words on the bottom of this, but I couldn't do it because I don't know the Huttese language well enough, but someone else translated it, and I think they said it said Nal Hutta, what was it? Nal Hutta Heritage something or other. I could probably just Google it because I'm sure someone else has done it. But yeah, I can't remember what it actually said. But I'm calling this as Nal Hutta, and they are definitely the twins from Book of Boba Fett.
I could have gone back to double check them. I'll say, even if it says Nal Hutta, I think it's possible that it could be like a chair transported from Nal Hutta, or a relic honoring. It's possible that this could still be Nar Shaddaa, and it's just a little bit of home away from home.
Yeah, true. They do like to have their chairs carried around with them, as we saw in.
Exactly. They set up their own Airbnbs wherever they go.
Pretty much. The thing that gets me with this, because I kept thinking like, oh, he's going to visit them so that he can get Grogu back. Maybe Grogu got kidnapped or something, but Grogu's with him in this scene.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. We get the shot of this Imperial hidden base. No idea what planet this is on. People were saying it's going to be Hoth because of the Super Bowl ad, because someone said that was confirmed to be Hoth, which I never actually saw. Was that true, or are people just saying that?
It could be. You never saw the Super Bowl ad?
Oh no, I saw the Super Bowl ad. I didn't see
the confirmation.
Where the confirmation came from. I just saw people saying, "Oh, it's confirmed that it's Hoth," but I never saw where that originally came from.
The fact that there are Tauntauns, I think, implies it.
Yeah.
Is the Super Bowl ad supposed to be canon? I thought that was just kind of a bit.
I always took it as just a bit. I always just took it... Yeah, I don't think that's appearing in the movie. I always just took it as like, oh, they're just doing those old Budweiser commercial type things. Because I didn't they get... what's the dude that narrates all those ads? Wasn't it him narrating? I
want to say, was it Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was him, right? I
think so.
Yeah, I just took it as a bit, being like, oh yeah, this is what they do. These are what all the ads are at the Super Bowl, and I thought everyone overreacted to that ad to an insane degree. I thought it was funny and cute, but at the same time, I'm from Australia, I don't care about the Super Bowl at all. So I was just like, oh, that's pretty funny. And then I went online, and all the Americans were just like, this is the worst ad I've ever seen in the history of ever. And I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it was really overblown. I will say, though, if that was Hoth, that's fine. If it's its own independent thing. If this is Hoth, especially, you make a good point about this could very well be, the opening set piece. It's got all the vibes for it. If they're opening the movie with a snow assault on Hoth with Imperial walkers, I think that's a few too many things.
Few too many? Yeah,
you could at least just make it a different icy planet.
It could be, who knows. But we are on this, we'll just say snow planet for now, hunting down some warlords. I love the Sabak cards wanted poster things. I don't know if you've read The Rise and Fall of the Galactic Empire.
Only a little bit.
It's brought up in there. They put out a deck of, I think it was 76 Sabak cards, each with a wanted Imperial basically on it, and just distributed those out to hopefully get the word out about these are the people we're after. Hopefully it'll get people to notice them and report them in, and we can find them. Obviously based off the real world thing that they did with the playing cards back in
I was gonna say
whichever war that
cool.
was. So a cool little real world analog there, which I think is kind of fun. We get Grogu's little salute here, which is just
adorable.
The best. The best. We get this. Go ahead.
Is he maybe a little taller? Maybe it's just that his arm is longer than it usually is.
Maybe.
I hope they start growing him soon.
Yeah.
Just an inch or so.
It would be cool if he was noticeably bigger.
Because it's been a couple of years. I know he's already 50, but at some point in the next 50 years, he does need to turn into Yoda.
Yeah, he needs to have that little growth spurt. Yeah. And we get this fun little entrance, taking out the two stormtroopers. I love the use of the flames here. Instead of actually directing it at them, just sort of doing it on the floor and letting it balloon out to get them. I kind of love that.
It's cool.
It's
very resourceful.
Fun little sequence. I did see someone say that the trooper on the left reacts to getting shot before he's shot, which I was just like, I don't care. It's a movie. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't care. People were like, oh, if you slow it down frame by frame, he starts to move backwards before the blaster bolt. I'm like, I'm not going to be watching this movie frame by frame, so I don't care. I'm sorry.
Exactly. The fact that this is the way we're engaging with movies, like, what, you mean he wasn't really shot?
Yeah, like...
They didn't kill this actor?
Like, I'm sorry, did we watch the same Revenge of the Sith where they had that weird punching and kicking moment on Mustafar and Anakin starts flipping before the kick connects, and I'm like, I don't care, man. Like, we had the Force kick of Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi where he just kicks air. Like, who cares? It doesn't matter.
This is simply how film works.
Yeah.
Single frame imperfections do not a movie ruin.
I know, and it's just like, I was like, that's what you took away from this trailer. That's what you... Okay, sure, fine. Like...
Sure, someone was fired for that blunder.
Yeah. We got a nice little no-look shot on this trooper at the end here, though. And I like that there's, like, a weird, like, half mask, almost, like, down the bottom. Like, just a little...
Gear. I like 'em.
A little different change. I don't know. It's just a little something to differentiate it. I appreciate something like that.
I wonder, actually, is this new, or don't snowtroopers usually have, like, the sheet over the front, right? I wonder, is this new, or is this just what they looked like under that?
I don't know, because I did see someone say that, like, for a reason it looks different. Like, again, these are Imperial remnants. They might not have access to all their tools, all their stuff. They're sort of having to throw stuff together, a bit of a hodgepodge and that. Maybe someone just forgot the sheets. So, yeah, fair enough.
We're out of cloth.
Yeah. So this is him entering that room, which I believe is the same room that warlord was in, having that little council meeting. That same guy appears in that Shadow Council meeting in the end of Season 3, I think.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's one of the same guys. So cool that they're just, keeping that at least consistent.
Yeah. I'm hoping for Jinja.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, that would be cool, actually. I would love that. You get this cool shot of a Delphi base. We get X-Wings, there's a Y-Wing there, the U-Wing. I love these ships, man. Like, it's just a nice little fun shot.
Exactly. It's so, like, classic Star Wars. Just, you need a couple shots of just ships landing. I want to see the world. I want to be able to look at everything lined up like this.
It's pretty much like one of the only special editions that I liked from A New Hope was seeing the ships physically take off on Yavin 4 instead of just these lights in the distance. I don't know if you ever saw the original Despecialized, but it was just lights in the distance going up, and I'm like, oh, we actually get to see the ships rise up and take off, which is really nice. Colonel Ward, played by Sigourney Weaver, who has a very Earth name, and apparently that's pissed off a couple of people that she has a very Earth name.
Yes, yeah, I commented on your video about it. Like, Ward isn't even all that, like, normal. Like, it's the most fine name,
That's the thing. I'm like, again, it's one of those things where I'm like, of all the things to be annoyed at, that's what you're picking. Like, okay. I think this is where she says this isn't about revenge. This is about preventing another war,
which is interesting. I think that's a part of why, like, I lean towards it's the Hutts potentially financing an Imperial remnant, giving this more credibility. I think no matter what it's going to be, probably that guy building power. Unless, I guess, Mando may catch or kill him in the opening.
Yeah,
but I have to imagine that someone is growing on the horizon.
Yeah, and I do like this line because it does give me that hope that they are really actually going to be exploring character motivations and character of Din Djarin, because obviously Din wants to get revenge against the Empire for glassing Mandalore, taking over Mandalore for however many years. And so he's motivated by revenge, because he says, I think it's earlier when she's giving him the Sabak card, he's like, oh, I'll hunt down every card that you've got, or something like that. So I do like that they actually, like, did remember that Din has history. and because I felt like sometimes they might forget of the history. Because I do feel like in the series, like, Din got over his no droid rule very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, very against droids, and then by season 3, he's just like, no, they're cool. They're fine. Which...
That's the thing, post-IG, He got a lot more chill.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little bit of apprehension towards droids still, but yeah, I'm not against the growth. I just wish it were maybe a little bit more gradual, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see Sigourney Weaver. I like her.
Yeah. She's always great, you know.
Yep.
And that's the good thing about, like, at least when they get these A-listers, it's like, I don't know how I feel about this character, but I'm sure the performance will be solid.
Yeah. Her Black Series figure has her in the pilot flight suit, so I'm assuming we're going to get to see her in the cockpit of an X-Wing at some point, which... That's cool by me. Like, someone asked me, like, what my dream role in Star Wars is, and I've always said it's to be an X-Wing pilot, but I have one line or one scene, and it's the one where the thing's just blowing up around me. I just want to be one of those pilots that dies. And that has been my dream since I was a kid. Like, I don't know why. I just want all the sparks going across me and just, like, screaming, and I don't know why that's my thing.
Is he just want to say, I can't shake him?
Yeah. Just, I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, so this is the thing I was talking about before. All these tunnels sort of behind. I think there's like a big, long tracking shot of this mouse droid zooming through these tunnels, people fighting in them, and then I think it's going to come out and Grogu's going to stop it. So I don't know if this thing is like on its way to raise the alarm or something. Maybe. I think this is Grogu's introduction in the movie. I think.
Very possible.
So you have this action scene placing out, this mouse droid's going to get away, and then boom, Grogu jumps into frame and stops it. I love the detail of this thing has like... treads.
Yeah. I was just noticing in this shot I hadn't really paid attention.
Yeah. I kind of love that. Just a fun little thing.
You're on rougher terrain. There's going to be a lot of snow tracked in. It made perfect sense. It's a cool adaptation. And gold mine for toys.
Oh, yeah.
Release one of those things in an RC car.
Oh, yeah. We get this shot of droids running. Again, I think this is Nal Hutta again.
Yes.
Reminds me.
Those are, like, they've all got the same vibe as the HK model that was behind the twins, so
yes.
It's probably the same facility.
Yes, I agree. And then we get these. This is one of the few scenes where I didn't love the CG-ness of it. Like, just the way the droids sort of moved had that like really CG motion blur sheen thing to it. Like not like ruining the trailer or anything like that. But I was just like, oh yeah, I can see the fakeness of it, I guess. But you know, nothing bad. We get some.
They used work.
Yeah. I couldn't get a good shot of the ships coming out because obviously they're moving so fast that they're all blurry, but I couldn't really tell what kind of ships these were. But this shot makes me think Nal Hutta, definitely. The downward roots of all the trees, these buildings looking like Jabba's palace stuff. So like I'm more than convinced than ever that this is just Nal Hutta.
I absolutely think you're right.
Yep. Going into hyperspace, and then we get...
Here's the guy.
We get
Return
the
of the King. Dave got another wolf in there.
Oh yeah. Also named it's named Marok as well, isn't it? Or Marek?
I think so.
Yeah, I swear to God it's the same name as the Inquisitor. What are your thoughts on Embo? How do you feel about Embo? Just in general. Not in this, just Embo in general.
I think he's cool. He was one of my favorites in the Clone Wars. Overall, very pro Embo, and I'm excited about... I don't think he's gotten a Black Series before, has he?
No. I think he might have a Vintage Collection one. I don't think he has a Black Series.
So he will be a very tempting... can I say, to another collector, they've gotten pricey. It's gotten tough.
Yeah.
But
55 is the standard almost here in Australia. Some of them are still coming out at 45. There's one shop that still sells them for 40 here in Australia, which I'm not sure how that translates to American, but they're getting up there.
Version will do something, but I assume if they're 55 standard here, they're 30. And it used to be like when I started, they were like 20 to 22, and it's like, okay, you can get by with that. But now that they're 50% higher, it's like, oh my gosh.
I remember when I started buying them, they were like $30, and that was nice. But yeah, Embo, I like Embo a lot. I rewatched all the Clone Wars episodes yesterday of which Embo appears in, just to like sort of refresh myself. Embo's cool. Embo's just really cool.
Thick as hell. He's, Cad Bane is still my favorite, but I'd say Embo is probably second.
Yeah.
And he's just quiet, constant. The fact that he, what is it in the Clovis arc when he snowboards on his hat?
On his hat. Yep. The first one I watched was the I can't remember the name of the episode, but the Seven Samurai one, basically, where they protect the village from Hondo. Just when he's running and he flips his hat down to block all the blaster bolts coming in, I was like, this is so cool. This guy is awesome. I'm like, yeah. So I'm actually pretty psyched about Embo showing up here.
It's, I like him a lot. I don't know how I feel about, like, I mentioned this is another character that we now know, like, nothing all that significant can happen to him for the 20 years between trilogies. And it's also like, how old is he? How old what is he? Kubaz?
Kyoza? I think it is.
I think, Kyuzo or Kyoza.
Kyoza? Yeah.
How long do they live? Like, he was already old and established in the Clone Wars, and now is 20 years older.
Yeah.
26 years older and still kicking. I feel like there's a lot of characters that feel like they just kind of spin their wheels for a lot in there. Because, like, you got Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, Embo now, Bosk.
Yep.
Boba, like, he at least changes pretty substantially between them. But it's like, the more characters they introduce in the post original trilogy era, the less of substance that can happen between them,
Yeah,
I like
I
things where, like, I liked Jango Fett dying, and so it's like, oh, who's the best in the galaxy now? And then Cad Bane at one point died, and so it's like, oh, now Boba is free to take over. But now Cad Bane is back, so it's like, oh, I guess, I don't know, they're both just kind of around.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I kind of don't really have a problem with him showing up, only because of what I think he's here to do.
Ooh,
because I think in the background, I could be wrong. Is this Din and Grogu's house on Navarro?
It does kind of look like it, doesn't it?
That's what I thought it was. So I think Embo is going to kidnap one of them. And originally I thought it was going to be Grogu. Because we do get a shot, I don't know if it's coming up next, not yet. This is a sick shot of Embo though. But there is a shot, this one here, we have Grogu here in the rain. And originally I thought, oh, Embo's going to kidnap Grogu. But we've done that already. So I think it's actually Din is potentially going to be kidnapped. Because we get him here, he's getting his helmet removed. We see Grogu with the Anzellans later. There is an Anzellan in the background of this shot here.
Yeah.
So I think Grogu is actually going to be the one going on the rescue mission to rescue Din.
I think that'd be cool.
Which I think. So I think this trailer is trying to make it look like he's going for Grogu, but I think it's going to be the inverse of that. I think it's going to be that he's going to get Din instead.
That is interesting. I dig that. I'm going to try and connect. Let me call my shot here. Din goes to Nar Shaddaa asking about Rada. Maybe finds him, maybe fights him. Maybe there's that whole sequence with the Sav Rip that kind of looked like...
Yep.
Was that a Mantelian Sav Rip? Which one is that?
Yes. No, Mantelian Sav Rip. 100%.
Then the other Hutts hear that someone is looking for Rada and don't like it. They hire Embo, bring him to us, and we'll shut this down.
Yeah.
That I like that. That's a good theory you got there. I'm
that...
fully incorporating it. If they do anything else, I'll be livid and we'll post an hour-long video about how they ruined my Embo theory.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it tracks. Because I think it could be maybe Din Djarin beats the shit out of Rada in that arena fight, and then maybe the twins send him after that as some sort of revenge or something. Don't know. But anyway, that's where I'm going with it, is that's what's happening. Because we then see Din unmasked, which I personally am so glad they did this in the trailer. I think that's just... because it does a couple of things for me. One, we've got Pedro Pascal there. I know some people are sick of Pedro. I love Pedro. He's great.
I mean, he's in stuff because he's good and charming.
That's the thing.
No.
Like, I don't know. I love him too. And this is where I'm getting back to like hoping that they're remembering character and story and stuff like that. I'm hoping that once his helmet comes off in this movie, he is not going to be like, well, I got to go bathe in the waters of Mandalore again, or wherever it were. You know, better make another trip back. I'm hoping this is going to represent the growth that I want, where he's just like, okay, this happened. I don't have to do this, though. I don't have to constantly wear the helmet. I can move beyond this. I can grow forward with it. I'm hoping that's what this is. In that they're going to be like, you know what? He doesn't have to stick to this very strict dogmatic creed. I hope I'm not wrong, because I don't know. But I like that.
I agree.
Yeah, I like that the helmet's off.
You know, I've talked a lot about like my perception on season 3 and how I feel it was rewritten to accommodate Grogu being back with Din. And in particular, the kind of identity crisis that I think he was supposed to be having, where he really recedes back into those old traditions. This would then be the perfect time to finally like give him one last blow and like kick out his no helmet rule from under him and finally say like, no, okay, I can just be like Bo-Katan.
Yeah. I hope that's the way they're going. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not, if that makes sense. Like,
it's certainly easier to keep the helmet on, you know?
Yeah. Like, obviously he still needs it just for practicality and armor uses and that, but like, if you could just be a little bit more liberal with the, you know, I don't need to wear this all the time, that would be cool.
Ironically, he and Boba Fett should switch the amount of time they spend with their helmets off.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Another cool couple of shots of Embo, just looking sick. We talked about that, and then we've got the twins. So he's been brought to them. I think he's being brought to them by Embo. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know, because I keep coming up with these timelines, but then I'm like, but then this doesn't track, because then we also see Din before at the door of the hut thing, and he has Grogu with him, so, but maybe that's the arena.
Could be at the end.
Yeah.
Could be he comes back to find them, you know, now triumphant.
Yeah. True, maybe. But he's holding the helmet there. Do these guys have names, or have they just always been called the twins so far?
Probably. Let me pull up Wikipedia. If there's one rule in Star Wars, if someone's on screen, they've probably got a name.
Surely.
I bet Danny Trejo has a name. You know.
Probably. I think, Rancor Keeper was just his hand for a while.
No. Wow.
Just called
really?
twins.
We haven't. Hutt brother and Hutt sister.
Oh wow.
I'm a little disappointed.
Maybe
Star Wars, are we losing our touch?
Maybe we'll get one in this movie.
We used to get background freaks in the cantina with full names and backstories, and now we can't even handle more than one Hutt. Oh,
yep.
They'd better get a name in this, yeah.
So they're talking. They've got his helmet in the hand. Mm-hmm. Very cool. He says the line, "You will suffer, and then he will," or something like that.
Yeah. I figure it may be like just a stay away.
Like
interfere with our business again, and
we can get to you at any time. We can get to you at your home. So back off.
Yeah.
And he looks pissed about it. So fair enough. We got Grogu suiting up. I think one of these lightsabers is about to turn off. One of them just started pulsing.
Oh yeah.
Grogu suiting up. Is that his little paint pellet shooter thing from 3, or is that going to shoot something?
Probably.
Is that going to shoot something a little bit more lethal?
I do wonder. Maybe at least like some sort of stun blast, like a flashbang.
Yeah. I don't know. Oops, wrong button. I don't know. But we get that. We get his little suit up with the armor, which is possibly my favorite shot of this trailer, because it just looks so funny. I love it so much. It just looks so silly, but it's just so good at the same time. It's just such a fun suit up moment. Quick shot of him with the Anzellans.
I love Anzellans. Easily one of my favorite new species.
Adore Anzellans. They are so funny.
Rise of Skywalker got its issues. Worth it just for the Anzellans.
Babu Freak, man. Absolutely. So yeah, this is what everyone's talking about. Is this Dagobah? Is that Yoda's cane stick?
I'm gonna pull up a picture of Yoda's cane and I'm gonna consult. Yoda's cane is a lot straighter. No,
I feel like it. Yeah, I feel like it is. Or is a different thing. Sorry, I don't think this is Yoda's cane. I don't think this is Dagobah.
Maybe this is that other guy, whoever that was in the rocking chair. I'd forgotten about him until we rewatched it here.
Yeah.
Little dude who goes, you afraid?
I think we're coming up to him. Again, this just doesn't look like Dagobah to me. This just looks like... I think
it's too lively.
It's very, very lush. It's very, very different. I gotta say it's Nalhata. I like the theories about it being Dagobah, but I think it's just Nalhata. Then we get to the arena with...
I never noticed the floor.
It's a Jajaric board! Yes!
That's sick.
I noticed it this morning. I've been watching this trailer every day, and I didn't notice it until this morning when I rewatched it. And I'm just like, oh, damn. That makes sense for why all the creatures are the same ones from a Jajaric board, which is...
That's so cool.
Amazing. So we've got Rod of the Hutt, played by Jeremy Allen White, which
hilarious.
Still baffles me. But seeing...
Almost as funny as Scorsese.
Yeah, that's the thing. But seeing a jacked Hutt dual-wielding battle axes, something in my, child brain is just like, yep, I love that. Love that. Give me the Black Series now, please.
Yes, oh my god, if they do him.
There is a rumor that there could be a deluxe Rota figure coming, so I really hope that pays out. Because
God, the deluxes are especially pricey, but I don't know that I could pass that up.
I'm not sure I could. If I couldn't pass up the Ronin one at Star Wars Celebration, I don't think I could pass up a Rota one.
That's so cool.
Yeah. This guy.
I like him.
Do you have any idea whose voice this is? Because I was watching it. I was watching it with Karen this morning, and we just kept rewinding it, and I'm just like, this voice sounds so familiar to me, but I just can't pick it. And
I want to pull it up. I never. It didn't jump out to me, but I'm curious now.
I had a quick look and see if I could find it, but I couldn't see anything.
It does sound familiar.
Especially when he says you should be. It just hits my ear in a way that I'm like, I've heard this voice before.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to place it either. Oh, now it's going to be on my mind.
It sounds so familiar, though. I need to clip this part and put it on TikTok. If anyone knows who that voice is, please tell me, because it's driving me insane.
Yeah, let's get out a hunt.
It just sounds so familiar. But this is another thing that makes me think that, it's Din Djarin who's been taken. This is Grogu on his rescue mission. Preparing, centering himself in the Force, comes along this little guy. No idea who this guy is. But I'm assuming, is this his, entire snake body, behind him? Is this him still? Is he this giant snake creature?
I think it would be really cool.
Which could be really cool. And that's another thing I want to just, shout out about this trailer. So many creatures. Yes. So many practical puppet things as well. People complain about Andor not having enough aliens. It was never really an issue for me because it just wasn't the story they were telling. Which I was okay with. Sure, I would have liked a couple more to pop up here and there, but I never really had as much of an issue with it as other people did. No one's going to have that issue with this movie, I think. You've got the Hutts popping up, you've got Scorsese as the Andellan, Ardinian? What? I can't remember what they're called. Yeah, you've got him, you've got the Hutts, you've got this guy, you've got Ember showing up. It's just creatures. It's really cool. It's something I really love. I love these practical effects. They look great. I love it. I love it.
It makes me wonder, God, especially with you mentioning, if we say that the opening, even if it's not Hoth, if it's an icy planet where they're doing an assault with AT-AT walkers and storming a base, if Grogu comes to this swampy planet and meets an elderly creature with a cane, and if that was this guy's cane, is this ancient Jedi Master Snake Man?
Surely not, but
It may be too much, but I don't know. I mean, hey, it rhymes.
it's like
Maybe that's what
poetry.
they're going for.
Yeah,
Maybe this
yeah.
is...
Maybe, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Oh yeah, Din Djarin getting captured, having to rescue him. Han Solo got captured.
yeah. Ooh,
Oh, hang on, you might be onto something here.
interesting. I wonder. I'm not gonna lie. I don't necessarily. I've always enjoyed the rhyming thing. I know some people like, and it can go too far at times and reach
Yeah.
into derivative. But I like the echoes of former stories. I like the idea that the Force follows like similar channels. You know,
That's the thing, yeah. And I do think there's a difference between like a thematic similarity. Someone going on a rescue mission. It's a thematic thing. If someone if someone's gonna be popping up and being like, "Hey, I'm your father. I'm your mother," like something like that. I'm like, it's a little bit too cute.
yes, you can get too literal.
But I love this guy. I don't think he's a Jedi master or anything like that. I think he's just going to be the sage old guy that gives a little bit of advice and moves on.
I think that would also be cool.
Yeah. I do love that Grogu's just chowing down on a fish here. And I do love that when he says, "Oh crap, I just found another similarity," he asks if he's scared. Yoda asks Luke if he's scared. But it's the inverse of it here, because Grogu's just like, yeah, I'm scared. Yeah, just nods. So he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense. Oh crap, that's another one. But I do love that he just actually nods to it. He doesn't front up. He's just like, yeah, no, I am scared. Like he's like, I'm ill prepared for this.
I'm literally a baby, man.
Yeah, but yeah, this guy's cool. I'm excited to see what this guy's all about. And then we get it's an albino, I imagine. It's a dragon snake. I had to look it up what it was, because I was like, I've seen these before. I think they're in the Clone Wars episode that's on Nal Hutta, which is apparently these are the same creatures on Dagobah though, which I never knew.
I did not know about that one. That was interesting.
I learnt that this morning. Apparently they're the same things on Dagobah. They're the things that sucked up R2 and spat him out, apparently.
And we can add now. We're gonna have to keep tally for the rest of this trailer. One more Empire thing.
Yeah, same creature, which is interesting. So this stuff, people were saying, "Oh, this thing's found on Dagobah, so Din must be on Dagobah." I don't think that's what's happening here. This is 100%. This is, I think, still Nal Hutta, after he's had his helmet taken off, because there's this shot here. You can see this like sewer grate in the background. So he's definitely on a established world. Dagobah is more of a just
exactly even
swampy nothing.
Not to get like a bit technical. Look at the color grading on it. He's got the same like yellowish browns that he did up in their chamber.
100%.
I'll bet you know what this is. This is their Rancor.
They're
I bet this is underneath the twins.
It's going to drop through a pit, probably, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fall through a little slide.
I think you're right. I will say I love this shot.
It looks good.
This just the tiny guy, the massive monster. I love this shot. I think there's a concept art that looks really familiar or similar to this somewhere that I've seen, but it just looks cool. Looks really cool.
This is one. There's a whole like genre of fan artists that just take like frames from the movies and stuff and make art of it. This is going to be a gorgeous piece when someone does it.
I think
really highlight those like beams of light shining down there.
Yeah. Another shot of Grogu getting ready. We get a quick shot of Zeb in his hallway scene. I went frame by frame for this one just to see what was going on. But
I wonder when or where this is going to be.
This is my other theory. This is a Delphi base, I think.
Oh.
I think that they're going to launch an attack on the base. which is why Sigourney Weaver's character has the pilot suit. I think she's going to suit up when they attack the base.
Could be. Do some air defense.
Yep. Because I can't... Mainly because I just can't pick where else it would be. I don't understand where Zeb would go. We know that Zeb's already at the base, so I feel like it makes sense for this to be taking place at the base as well.
Yeah, and I would say he's clearly in like civilian garb. He's wearing like a casual shirt there.
Yeah, definitely.
So it makes sense he's on rest. You know, he's not out on a mission.
Yeah, because that's true. Because when we did see him in season 3, he was in his flight suit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick. I do want to point out just how many dead stormtroopers are in this shot.
Zeb is a beast.
Yeah, we are getting another hallway scene, which I'm not sure if people are tired of them yet, but hey,
I think
as long as it's shot cool and it looks cool, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with setting action scenes in a hallway. Like, I feel like we overhype, you know, we've paid a lot of attention to the fact that there are several key moments where, like, a character in something fights off a lot of guys in a hall. But, like, you can do this kind of scene in anything. It's if you have a big open room, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So they do need to be moving through something, and a hallway is just a natural extension.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's not, you know, for like Vader, for Maul, even for Luke, it's the moment where like the doors open and everything kicks off. Oh.
What the hell?
Apparently the video liked that suggestion. Is it maybe...
Is that on your end, or is that on... Where did that come from?
I have no idea. What... It just really wanted to celebrate. It's like, you know, when the doors open and the fireworks go off.
Yep.
But, you know, yeah, like Luke, the doorway opens and you see him standing there. Vader, it's when the lightsaber turns on.
Yep.
Maul, he comes around the corner. It's that first, like, oh, here we go moment. And I don't necessarily anticipate that with this.
No,
it seems like it's just Zeb kicking butt.
But this shot here as well, I think this could still be Adelphi. Maybe this is them on their way. Could be Navarro, I'm not sure.
No, I think you got it. Adelphi feels right. The sand dunes, the light bit of grass.
Yeah, a little bit of grass. I think that's going to be them. So I think at some point the warlords fight back. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to sort of pick a timeline of events with this, which I'm not against, because I did see people kind of upset that they were like, "Oh, I still don't know the story of this movie." And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to watch another trailer after this, if I'm being 1,000,000% honest. Like, I won't be able to stop myself from watching another trailer, but I could definitely go into this movie knowing what I know now, and I'm cool. I don't need a plot spelt out for me in a trailer.
I wish I just knew more about the setup. Maybe even if the name had anything, you know? Like, if it weren't just called The Mandalorian and Grogu, you know, separated or something, you know, call it Mandalorian Hunting the Huts or whatever. I don't know.
The hunt for Ben Solo.
Exactly. There you go. Here, Attack of the Clones. All right, I get it. You know,
I don't know.
Get the gist.
I spent that whole movie being like, when are the clones going to attack? And I'm just like,
well, yeah.
Did they really attack?
Like,
they kind of just,
you know.
yeah. But yeah, I think this is Adelphi, and
they fly now.
They do. They in a very different way. Another shot of Zeb. Nice jacket.
Oh, look at him.
Nice
handsome
jacket.
boy, yeah. You think Callus picked that out for him?
Oh yeah, 100%. He handmade that for him. For their anniversary.
Exactly. They're too scared to put Zeb's boyfriend in this.
Yeah. Another shot of Din on, I believe, Nal Hutta, probably. Fighting off some of those droids. A droid in like a cape or any sort of human clothing is one of my favorite things ever.
It's so sick.
ND5 with his trench coat from Outlaws, love it. Even just like the Magna Guards from episode 3, they've got like little cape stuff on. I love that stuff so much. I don't know why. It's just something, again, it just tickles my brain and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, a little bit of style.
Yep. We do get some of those crafts getting shot down again back on Nal Hutta. I think this might be part of the action sequence with the Razor Quest earlier on in the trailer. Makes sense. Again, don't know if this is before or after what's happening. This is cool. So this is obviously the arena that they're breaking out of, which I think is Nar Shaddaa, or we're just going to call it Nar Shaddaa for now. This, I quickly translated Aurebesh, Weathers Apollo, it says. So, nice little tribute to Carl Weathers.
Oh, yeah.
Who, yeah. I saw it in the trailer and I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, oh, quick, translate it. And I'm like, oh, damn, now I just bummed myself out. So,
no, that's so cool. Even the fact that it's an arena, you know, a boxing ring.
That's the thing, yeah, nice. It's a great little tribute. Yeah. Grief Karga, Carl Weathers sadly passed away 2024, I think it was.
I'm actually going to take a photo of that.
I can zoom in
send
a
that
bit.
to my dad and my brother are going to really get a kick out of that. Big Rocky fans.
Oh, yeah.
And they loved Carl.
And this is where we get the creatures sort of breaking out. That is the
Mantelian Sabrip.
Mantelian Sabrip, thank you. That's that guy. I couldn't really get a good look at the guys behind him, but like this dude looks like Flick from A Bug's Life, if I'm being completely honest.
I wish I knew all of them better, but he is one. Like I've got my piece right over here. I could let me.
No, you go grab it.
Here, first and foremost, up front, we've got the main guy, the Savrip.
That's him.
Got a real big hero shot back in New Hope, but then Flick is gonna be this freaky looking thing.
Yep.
Right. Like
that looks right. Yep.
That snout there. What's that behind him? That's gonna be, I think, this guy. I want to say which one of these. No, the Kintan Strider is the big beefy one. I think that's the one right behind the Savrip. I don't know what this one is. They should have their names on the bottom.
That looks right.
But yeah, it's got, you know, the antennae, the funky mouth looks right.
Yeah.
And then right behind the Savrip, I think that looks like the Kintan Strider. It's shorter, beefier, chunkier.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't know like how much more we can spot of them, but like I love, you know, it's such a fun sequence to finally see all these monsters in action. It's actually something, you know, a while back, let me shame myself, I suppose. I did write a spec script on a pilot for a series set between episodes 8 and 9. And one of the first things I did was I wanted a monster for Rey and the gang to like knock out. And I thought that using one of these in live action would be cool, because I was like, it would be so much fun to finally see one of the classic Dejeric pieces come to life. And so it was, they were going to fight a Kintan Strider and conk him on the head and knock him out.
That's awesome.
And instead, here we go. They've got all 8 of them in a very fun and clever use. I love that the floor is the board. I had never noticed that.
It's so good. It's such a cool little thing. Like I don't know. I really like it.
It feels very true to the universe. I can absolutely imagine someone saying, "Yeah, what if as a
let's make a real life version?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, just side story though. When you just said you wrote like a spec script and that, I found it like a year ago. I'll have to see if I can find it. I found like a thumb drive I had, and it was from like 2012. And so it was not long after Disney... I can't remember if Disney bought them in 2012 or they announced their intention to buy them in 2012 or something. I don't know. But it was when they basically announced, like, hey, we're going to be getting new Star Wars movies. And so I wrote a script for Episode 7, what I thought it should be. And I found it like a year ago and reread it. And my jaw hit the floor because the main character of this script that I wrote was a scavenger named Rei, R-E-I. I just spelt it differently, R-E-I. And I was like, what the heck? Like, because I'd just completely forgotten about it.
God.
And I was like, holy shit, like, that's insane. Like, I know it was spelt differently and everything, but it was a female character named Rei and was a scavenger. And
Straight up saw the future.
I was like, holy crap. The rest of the script was terrible. It was god awful. I had the Sith returning in the opening scene. It was awful.
Oh.
And I'd been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts at the time, so all the names were just god awful, like almost Kingdom Hearts names. I don't know if you played Kingdom Hearts before, but
I'm familiar, but
yeah, they were.
so you really, I guess, then you predicted Rise of Skywalker more than anything.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. But like, I'll have to. I might try and find it again because I then lost the thumbnail, so I don't know where it is. I might try and find it and see if I can do like a reading of it one day because it was
I was gonna say that sounds fun.
hilariously strange. But like, just the fact that I had a scavenger named Ray was insane.
Absolutely wild.
So we get the baby Roydian, which again, it's
Adorable.
just screaming for a toy.
Yeah.
This stroller, why the hell does it have rocket capability? That's all I could think of when I saw this. I was just like, that's a design flaw. But then I remembered, you know what? No one wants to install hand railing over like high spaces in this universe. So like, yeah, sure. Throw a rocket on the baby stroller. So
Give him the nos.
cool thing though, seeing them zooming around in the jetpack, him on the stroller.
It is. It's fun.
Nice little fun stuff. They go past the creature guys again, wrecking havoc, which I didn't take a screenshot of, which is annoying. And then we just get the nice little stinger of him eating some blue bickies.
Yeah. A
And,
little bit of Grogu snack.
Yeah, and that's our trailer. Which again, this trailer really worked for me. It really did. I'm legitimately excited for this movie. Still have those reservations. But I did want to talk about something that I did skip over, which I knew I would. There is a line in this trailer, though, where Din says he's going to outlive me by centuries.
Yes.
I'm not always going to be there for him. I love that. I love that they're like, you know what? Yeah, it's something that should be addressed. Din needs to confront sort of his own mortality, because he isn't going to be there forever. He is going to outlive Grogu. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm 100% with you. Like I said, my big thing is this needs to be emotionally resonant. It needs to have a strong character arc, and it needs to have a reason why it's a movie as opposed to just an episode. And that's a good avenue to pursue it from. It's also something that I can very clearly see the roadmap for how it's going to work with the two of them being separated. Din is worried about like, what's Grogu gonna do after I'm gone? Like, I need to make sure he's ready for the world. And then Grogu's gonna go on a rampage, tearing his way through Nar Shaddaa, burning the city down to find his dad. I think Din is gonna walk away from this a lot more reassured about like, he's capable. I'm teaching him well.
Yeah.
And I like that. If they're able to stick like the emotional punch on that, that's gonna be what makes or breaks this movie to me.
I think so. Yeah, I agree. I think if it can nail that emotional core, and the rest of it is just a fun ride, I think that will satisfy me. I do need the story stuff to, again, like we said, matter, and I need it to be like, why is this a movie and not a TV show? That's yeah. If it can check those couple of boxes, though, I think I can walk away with this happy.
I agree. It needs consequence, it needs emotional weight, and it needs to be fun. And I'm fully confident in the third. It looks fun. It looks like a good time. And I see enough building blocks that I'm like, I'm hopeful it can deliver on the other two. I'll say, when the trailer launched, I wasn't super stoked by it. Like, I was optimistic. I was like, it looks good. But it didn't necessarily do all that much for me. This has. Going frame by frame, just all the talk about like Empire speculation about it, I'm now feeling good about it. It's kind of getting me now.
That's the thing, because I watched it. I did a reaction video, and to be fair, I kind of have to play up my reactions a little bit, because when I watch something, I sit there and I watch the thing. If I put a camera on, I'm like, okay, I need to at least say something, because I don't want to just sit here with a blank face. But that's how I consume most media. My fiance sent me a TikTok once, and it was like going to the movies with I think the joke was like a German person, and it was like, "Oh, are you excited for this movie?" And he's just like, "You will not talk to me until the movie is over." Like, just, and she's like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that is me." Like, I hate talking in movies. If someone brings their phone out in the cinema, I am like death staring them in the back of their heads. Like,
This is not the time for that.
yeah, so like I do have to like play up my reactions a bit, but when I did sit there and was watching it, like the smile on my face was just creeping up and up and up throughout the entire thing, and I was just like, man, it's really gotten me. And compare that to the teaser trailer where I watched it and I was just like, yeah, this is a movie, this is sure, whatever. This one, yeah, it just really hit for me, and it has legitimately made me very excited for it.
I think, yeah, that was my biggest takeaway when, like, we talked about the Bud Light Super Bowl commercial. I thought it was like, it's cute, but I did think for a movie that so much of the audience was still kind of unsure about, I think that it was a bad use of the time. Maybe it's that they didn't want to spend enough money for a full Super Bowl ad of this full trailer. I think you could have done a 30-second sizzle.
I've never done this for a movie, but when this trailer ended and it came up forged in IMAX, or forged for IMAX, I have never seen a movie in IMAX in my life. And I was just like, I'm doing it. This is the one I'm going to do it for. Like, I was just like, I am so... That was such a fun trailer. I'm like, the closest IMAX cinema to us is in Sydney, which is 2 hours away. And so I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. I might not do it for the first viewing of this movie, but like, for maybe the second viewing, I'm like, I think I'm going to make the trip and actually see this one in IMAX, because I was just like, you know what? Yeah, why not? Star Wars coming back to the cinemas, first time in 7 years. Treat yourself. Yeah. Like...
IMAX is cool. It's worth, certainly if you've never seen a movie, this is a good time to try it.
Yeah. Like, we have like one in town, which is like a big one. It's called like Titan Cinema or something like that, and it's big. Like, it's not IMAX big, but it's big. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. But then I looked up like the comparison to the IMAX screen, and I'm just like, oh, never mind, this is nothing. Like, I was like, oh, okay.
It really is crazy.
Yeah, so I think I'm definitely going to check this out in IMAX. Any other thoughts or anything you want to bring up about the trailer?
Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to... There's a part of me that wants to go through and figure out, like, how much more connection could I find to Empire Strikes Back?
We could probably grab a couple of things in all honesty, like...
It does make me wonder, like... That snake guy is probably the most exciting thing to me. I really want to know who that is.
Yeah.
It's possible that he's just going to be a bystander. Maybe he's going to be nothing. If I wanted to get my, Snoke as Darth Plagueis theories out, he could be a Jedi. I think based on his design, it would be cool if he was like an ancient Jedi, like old school, maybe even Old Republic. But it's fun to have something that makes me want to theorize again, even if I turn out to be wildly wrong.
Oh yeah, I lean on the side of it not being a Jedi, just because I think they want to keep this grounded in a way. Actually, I need to bring up that was a thing I had. Back to the plot of this movie. For the third act, if Adelphi base is being attacked by Imperials,
yes.
Is there any chance at all that with the Warlords in this movie, the Warlords were talking about Thrawn in Season 3 of Mando, bringing him back? Does this movie in any way, shape or form mention Thrawn, get a reference to Thrawn, or do we even see Thrawn's return in this? I don't know if it will, because I don't know if you pay off the end of Ahsoka Season 1 in this, but I do think there are going to be all these connections, because we've got Zeb in here. Zeb is confirmed to be in Ahsoka Season 2. These take place very close together, Mandalorian and Ahsoka Season 1, I believe, as well, in the timeline. So any mention of Thrawn, any sort of connection, or even appearance.
Do we even know, is this before or after Ahsoka.
I don't know the direct timeline. I think when I looked it up the other day, the best I could find was that it takes place in the same year.
Okay, within a year, but yeah, it could be before.
It could be
I
before,
think-
after, during. No idea. Someone out there probably knows, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah. I hope that, like, Favreau and Filoni know. I think if it's after Ahsoka, a reference is probable. Some lip service to Thrawn. If it's before Ahsoka, I think probably just nothing.
Yeah.
But if I were to guess, I would say anything more than that is unlikely. I was mostly kidding about him being Jinja, but I think this guy is going to be maybe it's just my gut says that this will be taking like some cues from Jinja,
Yep.
where he's very much an independent villain. I think he's going to be a lone wolf among the Moffs who has his own plans, his own ego, and he's trying to make a name for himself with these huts, which is very fitting to, you know, let's also take some other, in Legends, this would be Jinja making a deal with the Night Sisters to enrich himself and make himself more powerful. I think that he is very much not going to be involved in whatever Thrawn's got going on. He's going to be like, I don't believe that that's really him, and if it were, you know, he can do his own thing, whatever. I'm fine where I am.
Yeah.
Because I think that, I think they want to keep this isolated. They don't want this to be like, you know, oh, do I have to do homework for The Mandalorian and Grogu? Like, no, you can just watch this. I'll even go as far as to say I hope Thrawn doesn't appear.
I would be
Like-
okay with a mention, maybe.
Exactly.
Like,
If this is after Ahsoka, you know, Ward could say we don't know if he's connected to Thrawn or Elsbeth, something like that. But I hope we never see the guy.
Yeah,
At least not an actual person.
I'd be okay with like a casual mention in the background or something. Like Ward is briefing Mando and says like, look, we've got a lot on our plate right now. We need you to do this. We just had some Imperial ships appear out of nowhere over this side of the galaxy. You know, like we got to send people out for that.
Syndulla is looking for Thrawn. You know?
Yeah, I'd be okay with a mention like that. Do we think we'll get an appearance from Carson Teva?
Ooh. It'd be a bummer if we didn't.
That's exactly where I'm at. I'm just like, he's got to be in here, surely. Like, and I'm like, he hasn't shown up in either of the trailers yet. I'm like, come on, you can't leave him out. Like,
Gotta have a cameo. Din's best buddy.
I smile every time that guy pops up on screen. I love him.
It's, you know, there's something to be said about, like, Star Wars. A pivotal part to me is having just the normal guy that's along, not necessarily because they're exceptional, but because they care. You know, Carson is the modern day Wedge Antilles. He's the modern day. I'd say maybe Bail Organa fits into that category, where it's not, he's not a Jedi. He is not anything as extraordinary in the prequels, but he's here because he cares and because he's trying his best.
Yeah.
You know, and I want Carson to be there.
Same. I especially want Carson to be there, and I also want him to be in an action scene, because he's sort of just been doing his thing, you know, nothing too crazy in that. So I'd like to see him. I'd like to see what he's capable of.
Real question: are we going to get Trapper Wolf? Are we going to get? You know...
Actually, if we do get some sort of space battle / maybe in atmosphere above Adelphi base. I would love it if we did see. Obviously, we'll see Sigourney Weaver in the flight suit. I'd love it if we see her. We see Carson Teva, and I'd love it if we did get those 3 director cameos that we had in Mandalorian, where it was Dave Filoni. Was it Deborah Chow and Rick Famuyiwa?
Yes,
I think it was those.
I'm not.
3.
Yeah, I'm not certain how to pronounce his last name.
I know.
Yes.
I threw it out there, and I'm just like, God, I hope that was right. Because I've definitely, I definitely mess up people's pronunciations, but yeah. But
yeah, Carson is the most important. Carson, I hope, makes an appearance.
Yeah, same, 100%. I think that's about it. I don't know if we have anything else to really cover.
I think we've wrung it dry.
Yeah.
You know, outside of speculating about how, you know, what is it? Someone's got to get frozen in carbonite at some point. We could try and figure out who we think it's going to be.
Yeah, that's why I was like, could it be Din Djarin? Because Grogu's going to go rescue him, but
Grogu's going to lose a hand.
Ooh, that could be interesting, actually.
I don't know.
Maybe.
He's going to be the next Skywalker.
True. You do have to.
We're doing it with every character now.
You do have to lose a limb. But yeah, honestly, yeah. I'm excited. You're excited as well. Maybe not as excited as I am, but that's cool. You.
I'm now, maybe just because it's here, we're nearing midnight, and I've been up all day. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm a little wiry from
a little loopy
tiredness, but like I'm feeling it now.
Yeah,
going through it frame by frame, it's kind of got to me. I'm excited.
That was the thing, because I spent time the other day. I was like trying to download a 4K version of the trailer, and then I was going through and screenshotting them. And when I was screenshotting them, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I didn't notice that." And then I was like, "Oh, this is really cool. I didn't notice that." And I just felt my excitement really building. And yeah,
it is.
I don't know.
Something I was thinking about earlier. There is something to be said about like, because I've seen a lot of comments on like Instagram of someone going just like, "I feel nothing. I'm not excited for this. This is gonna be bad." And like, I understand. Like, it's not necessarily unfair to have some doubts in Star Wars. It's been rocky, to be generous.
Yeah.
But there is also something to be said about what the viewer brings to that relationship. It can't make you care.
No.
And if you're dead set on like, I'm not going to enjoy this and I'm not going to get excited for it, then you won't. Like, it won't force you to be invested. And so it to me, it feels like, maybe I was being a little bit too harsh myself. I wasn't really like diving in, and now that I have, it's kind of gotten me.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, I do think there is like I don't want to say like a disproportionate amount of pessimism around this movie. I think people are right to be skeptical. Because I think like we said when we talked about the first teaser trailer, we were both just like, this is the movie to bring Star Wars back, to the cinema. A bit strange, but yeah, like I'd be lying to myself if I sat here and said that I wasn't super excited, that I'm not counting down the days now. Like I don't know, like I put on the trailer every day since it came out, and I'm shocked at that I'm like, just, I don't know, there's something about it's really just got me, and really, really looking forward to it.
I'm feeling more hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking forward to it as well. Hopefully it comes quickly.
Yeah.
I'd always use Star Wars content. Running out of books.
Yeah. Oh man, I just I've got a lot of books to read, which is great, but like my brain is just not working with them at the moment. I was reading one yesterday and I read the same page like 3 times, and I was just like, I can't do this at the moment. I just got to put it down and do something else. Like, nothing against the book as well, it was just me. I was just like trying to focus and just couldn't. But yeah, we do have more Shadow Lord coming next month. Was that March?
Is it? Oh, hell yeah.
Or is that April?
I hope.
April. March?
I'm not sure. I'll have to...
Oh, jeez, I completely forgot. It's before this. I know that.
Okay, nice.
I can't remember the exact...
I didn't actually realize it was that soon.
I gotta look.
I guess
because I hope I'm not completely making that up. Hang on. April 6th. That's starting.
Okay, yeah. So it'll probably... How long is that going to run? Is that... feels like it'll probably overlap. I mean...
They actually said they're only doing a 5-week run of this. So we're actually getting 2 episodes a week for this, and it's going to be 10 episodes.
Interesting.
So this is finishing up, if I'm not mistaken, on May the 4th.
That's so funky. Disney, their strategizing continues to perplex. Like, they'll go back and forth between, there are reports of like streaming platforms telling their directors like, drag this out, we want to stretch it out to keep people subscribed for longer. And they'll weaken the shows that they're making to do so. And then, Andor, I got it, doing 3 episode chunks. Like, made sense. But now this, is it going to be in twos? Are they going to be? Is this 5 parts? Two episode splits,
whether it's a part 1, part 2 each week or something, I don't know. They did say it was going to be a lot more heavily serialized than previous content, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm very curious about that show though, just because it's looking interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that too, and it'll be nice to have that, to look forward to week to tide me over until this.
Yeah. Oh, good. Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for joining me, especially at this late hour for you.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. It's, the fundamental issue with communicating almost exactly on opposite sides of the world is there is no normal time where we overlap. So, I was thrilled to be here. I'm still feeling good enough. Like, it's been a delightful time.
Excellent. Happy to have you. I guess we'll have to get back and do another video in May when the movie actually comes out, and we'll go through our thoughts on the movie once it's out.
Hell yeah, sounds good.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Let everyone know where they can find you on the internet.
I am on primarily TikTok. I also have an Instagram and a YouTube channel that I am not nearly consistent enough uploading my stuff on, so if you want to see everything, TikTok is the place to find me. All 3 of those are the same username, Alexletts, that's Letts, yo. Because I made this username when I was trying to seem hip. Literally, I had never used the word yo in my life, needed a Snapchat moniker, and I was like, well, Alexletts is boring. Let's just add a little bit of
spice.
Drizzle a little spice on there.
I love it. You can find Alex there. You can find me, obviously, here, Cubcos, a Star Wars TikTok, or Cubcos, a Star Wars YouTube, wherever you are watching this. Mandalorian and Grogu comes out May 22nd. Couple months away. It's looking pretty fun. It's looking pretty good. I'm excited. Thank you for joining me.
And
may the Force
see
be
you
with
again
you.
then.
Always.